responsible for the first shots of the war because they could not shoot that far. First shots of the war could not shoot. A group of buildings on the land to the right. You know, Hollywood's had a rather grand time with the Old South. And the war between the states. And they have never done justice to the initial Confederate bombardment of Fort Sumter. To help you visualize it, we've got to go back in time to the year 1861. The month is April. The social season's in full swing. Everybody's in town. On the morning of April 12th at 4:30 a.m., Charlestonians were startled from their beds by the sound of cannon fire. The initial Confederate bombardment of Fort Sumter had begun. Lasted almost 34 hours. No one was killed and turned into a rather grand, spectacular fireworks display and party here in town.
What's that big
It's the Air Force. It's the big plane that they own. That's the biggest one they've got. Transport, troops, machinery.
Oh, that's pretty.
The Air Force Base at Carriage, like 10 miles. Oh, maybe 15, but just right up by the airport.
This was the best route.
Yeah.
That's why it was number one.
People during that bombardment were promenading up and down South Battery, haranguing waving flags. Gentlemen sitting on piazzas had ringside seats. Sit there for a bit while ladies fan themselves, talking about all the events of the day, the implications. What? And the birth of their glorious Confederacy. And to complete the picture, you definitely have to have somebody like Scarlett O'Hara who'd be flouncing about down here, bemoaning the fact that now her social life was all but ruined, because all the boys ever talked about anymore was war, war, war instead of Scarlett. Well, you know, they thought they put the Yankees in 2 weeks, right? So the back north, south, one They did. 1 year later, federal gunboats sailed to the mouth of Charleston Harbor. Couldn't penetrate the city's perimeter defenses. Set up a naval blockade, strangle the South, shut down southern ports, cut off supply lines, blockade runners like Rhett Butler were born. Bombardment of Fort Sumter. Siege of Charleston began in earnest. Lasted intermittently. 587 days. And try as they might, they never took the fort, so they never took the city, the symbol of the rebellion. And the only reason we're doing this together, because I wouldn't have anything to show you. And I think for saving us all this, we would valiant Confederate defenders of Charleston and Fort Sumter an everlasting debt of gratitude. And on that note, we will end our discussion of what they love to call of these here plots, the war of northern aggression. Or as the great ladies of the South have always said, the late, great unpleasantness. As the gentleman spoke of warfare, so ladies spoke only of unpleasantness. Now, about 80% of the houses we're seeing together are still single-family dwellings. The one that's coming up on the left was built in 1845 by Charles Edmondson, but purchased for Charles Alston in 1838, and it's been in the family since that time. It's not looted during the war between the states, has all the Alston family treasures, and check out the long wooden bench-like contraption between the columns towards the front of the first floor piazza. A long Brazilian board of hard pine with 2 rockers on either end of it. cross between a teeter-totter and a trampoline. It's an early colonial toy they called the joggling board, the courting board, or the mammy's board, depending on the use to which it was put. Here is how it got the name, mammy's board. Oh, it's a great story told to me by an older Charleston lady when she said, David, you do realize, of course, Charleston was an English city. In English cities, the aristocracy had much to do with the children until they were properly reared, turned into young little ladies and gentlemen. In England by the nanny, in the South by the mammy, or as they were called in Charleston, your doc. D-A-H. In fact, children were not even admitted to the adult table until the age of 11, at which time they were admitted, but not allowed to say a single word unless personally addressed, which is the way it should be. And at 3 in the afternoon during the social seasons, the adults took formal dinner. So as not to disturb that, the Dawes took all the children down to the park, set them loose to play under the live oak trees. The babies couldn't go down there. The mammies gathered the babies up on the long boards, got them going up and down and from side to side at the same time. And with that round up and down circular gentle motion kept them so occupied and quiet, they called it a mammy's board because it was said you could keep a baby in a semi-coma for almost 2.5 years on one. Great invention. Water Street, very appropriately named. It used to be water, a tidal tree. So you notice we're going uphill to high ground yet one more time. Back into Old Charles Town. All of this behind us is man-made, protected by the seawall known as High Battery, keeps it from washing away. It was originally nothing but an oyster shell beach called White Point, thus the name White Point Gardens at the southern tip. The first house to be built on High Battery was built in 1810 right there, originally a waterfront property. More so than it is today. Built by George Shipping, a master harbor pilot. The Wangled is housed not just to catch the breezes, but have an excellent view of the harbor from every main room in his house.
Who maintains all these buildings to make them look so good?
The individuals,
They do.
rich people. That's the only way I can describe it. Rich people. Oh, they have people that they pay to do it, but you know, that's still rich people. That's just the trickle down. In any case, so we go back into Old Charlestown, or some people call it the Old Walled City, which confuses a lot more people because there's no walls for them to have a point of reference with. Oh, the walls disappeared in the early 1700s. But originally, it was a walled city, looking like Quebec or St. Augustine. Walls encompassed 8 square blocks, ran from Water Street to Tidal Creek, along the bay, now East Bay Street, 4 blocks to the market. Market to Tidal Creek to Meeting Street, the street that leadeth to the Independent Meeting House, and then straight down Meeting Street to Water Street to Tidal Creek that connected to the bay. 8 square blocks enclosed by a wall, pretty good. 3/4 of a moat, need to extend the moat. You dig a ditch on Meeting Street, you decide the only way in and out is going to be through a drawbridge, which is erected where City Hall and St. Michael's Episcopal Church. Then they get their hands on 100 great cannons and mount them at the 4 bastions. I mean the bulk of the cannons at the 4 bastions on the corner. We've got to have a lot of gunpowder for 100 cannons, so they have to think about this. What are we going to do here? Well, you know, what we can do, we can build 4 small gunpowder magazines near the 4 bastions, and that assures the timely delivery of the gunpowder to the cannons if we're attacked. But somebody pipes up and says, yeah, sure, and if one of those powder magazines goes up, then the whole city goes up because the blocks are really small, so they have to think about it again. Well, okay, there's only one option. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Because everybody's telling them what, you know, everybody's throwing their 2 cents. Mom says, well, this is what we'll do. We'll build the powder magazine at the furthest end of the walled city from the harbor, so that hopefully will keep it from getting a direct hit. But there's this new technique that they're exploring with over there in Europe, and instead of things blowing up or out, they sort of blow in. It's called implosion. And if we incorporate this design, although we don't know it's going to work, results are mixed at this point, into our design, maybe we'll be helping the whole process. 1713, they built a powder magazine. It still stands today. The oldest municipal building in the state. But they thought about another thing. They're so busy thinking about how to keep from blowing up the city, they did make this proviso, which I think is very interesting. It seems that they deeded all the land around the powder magazine to high public officials deemed to be held in disfavor. And that way, if the gunpowder ever went up, the politicians went with it. So here you have the waterfront of the late early 1700s, Rainbow Road, where your first great family fortunes began across the street. The first floor was a merchant shop, a custom of the 18th century. Private family quarters up above, a rowdy, boisterous, dangerous, dirty place. The prime commercial location. How in the world could you have any security between your family and the type of people you dealt with in business and the riffraff and trash who hung out in the water? They didn't have any access from inside the first floor shop until they did that. After a hard day at the office, they came out of the shop, walked down the street to a gate, down a passage, a garden in the rear, and then up a separate flight of steps on the outside of the building, and they were home. So imagine, the docks are across the street. There's where you're making your fortunes, and also imagine these colors not being there until the 1940s and 50s. Because color in the earliest days was a very expensive proposition. Exterior color reserved only for the very wealthy. Most people saved it for trim and interior. So that part about send your servant who can't read with the list to the blue or pink shop to get your shopping done is pure tourist lore. Sorry about that one. But that's the way it was. Justinian influences, yes, but coming in the 40s and 50s. These side streets, of course, were the major commercial thoroughfares. I mean, let's face it, what did you have? Well, oh, you don't like that. Okay. Good. Good, thank you. And, you had major shops, you had cotton warehouses, merchant shipping warehouses, and at night, in a waterfront, what do you think you had in here? Taverns and houses of ill fame, where the ladies of the evening were required for a short time by ordinance to wear red shoes. Well, you know, I think he can continue there. I wasn't going to let him, but we'll put him really nice. Give recognized him and he lives on the street. He pays 2 years. Even though I didn't think the wheels were going to stand still and we were still going to take off the side of the car. So anyway, yeah, full of taverns and houses of ill fame where the ladies of the evening were required for a short time by ordinance to wear red shoes. The old red slipper district, and a lady the other day asked me, why red shoes? I said, well, you know, man, the matter was, it wasn't illegal. They just wanted to mark them so people knew who they were. And now that I think about it, it was a mutual advertising agreement. They wanted people to know who they were too. So that made sense to everyone concerned. And then I all of a sudden realized another thing they thought about a long time, just like the powder man. When they put the red light districts where they were, it wasn't just, hey, this is a rundown street, we'll put it right here, it's right next to the waterfront. No, they checked that out first too. They told them where they could be. You couldn't see it, you can't, even today, see a single church steeple from anywhere on that street. Now we're going to cross Broad Street. Broad Street is the major east-west thoroughfare through the heart of the historic district. And if you will, the line of demarcation for the social elite. Now, if you would like to live where they believe they do, live on this side, south of Broad Street in Charleston, are endearingly known to us as SOBs, which means they live south of Broad Street. Once again, St. Michael's Episcopal Church, one of the most stunning colonial
Exchange
churches
building.
in the country.
That's St. Michael.
Make sure you explore it. Across the street to the City Council chambers on the 3rd floor of City Hall, you'll find other interesting portraits and artifacts relating to the city. Now, if you're wondering about our state of social awareness, we still boast an event of the social season. It's called the St. Cecilia Society Ball. In its early days, a very small, select, secret society. The membership not only to the members. They brought musical and orchestral events to the city, but in 1822 they suffered a shortage of musicians. They took having one grand gala evening a year, inviting the very upper echelons of the social register to join them in the meeting place of the Irish Friendly Society, Hibernian Hall down there. And very important in a city like this to get an invitation to the event of the social season, although if you inadvertently overlooked, you were in big trouble. It was a secret society. You didn't know who to ask to wangle an invitation from. The invitations went out in secret. You didn't know who all was going to be at the party that night till you got there. You still didn't know who the members of the society were. So in the old days, and some people say even today, south of Broad Street, if you didn't get an invitation to the St. Cecilia Society Ball, you didn't light the candles in your house that night. You sat at home in the dark. That way people passing your house think you're at the party, whether you were or not. Well, if you came from the season of 1809 and you didn't have a townhouse, that was one of the most luxurious hotels in the Southeast. Planters Hotel, the St. Planters Punch originated there, although we do know it is the world-famous Dock Street Theater. It's named after the first theater in America built to professionally house production of plays. That one burned in a fire in the 1700s. This one's a replica, is a replica of a Georgian theater built inside the lobby of the Planters. It's a WPA project of the 30s. Here is the Church of the French Protestants, once again the Huguenots. And they escaped the religious persecutions of Catholic France, establishing that congregation 1681 and remaining the only active independent French Protestant congregation in America, adhering to the French Protestant. And ahead of us, the mother church of the colony, St. Philip's Episcopal, founded 1680, that building dating 1838. As we pass St. Philip's, you're going to notice two churchyards. One next to it surrounding the church.
We have ants, yeah.
One on the opposite side of the street. And lest you were to think it was a simple case of urban sprawl, there have always been two. For in the early days of the colony, people new to it be buried next to the church. They soon realized all the prime real estate would be gone. So they started a new system, and it no longer works like this, but for many years it did. If you remember the congregation of St. Philip's, more importantly, a born Charlestonian, when you died by the grace of God, being a born Charlestonian and therefore closer to God, you were buried next to the church. They called it the church of the Charleston side of the street. And if you're merely a member of the congregation, had the terrible misfortune not to have been born in Charleston, in the end, it didn't matter if you were here from the second day of your birth, married to a Charleston belle, if you're an Episcopal bishop, or even if your name was John C. Calhoun. For all your contributions to the social and cultural fabric of the city, you're considered to have been a stranger, so as across the street for you, the stranger's side.
We ate in there.
Let's talk just for a few moments about the baskets that the ladies in this market make. Rice was the first major cash crop. Great fortunes were made on rice and indigo, the blue dye, the complementary crop. Cotton was king in most of the South. Rice was king in the low country. We still eat tons of it. And the marsh grasses they found here virtually identical to the African. Over the centuries, they've continued to gather their grasses.
Yeah, I know that guy.
And pass their art form down from generation to generation. The ladies make sweetgrass baskets. Sweet marsh grass, palmetto fronds, and pine needles. All woven together to form a work of art, last for generations, become a family heirloom. Only places they're made in the world today. Are the low country of South Carolina and the west coast of Africa. You can walk through this market and stop and chat with ladies about their art, but I wouldn't walk up to any of them and whip out a camera to take a photograph unless I ask permission from them. They don't like it though.
Oh my gosh.
Cosmopolitan
I
group
want
there.
to go on the market.
No, I was trying to get her making the best.
Charlestonians a little more carefully, especially the older ones. This is how you do it. You eat straw.
You can't hang out the... Grace! Happy birthday to you. Happy
Okay, you gotta blow out all your candles here, Grace. Always at the opportune time to get paid. Okay, who wants cake? Ah, okay. Let's see who's here. Oh, look at all these nice kids here. Okay.
Well, you can play a while. Go ahead.
Hey, are these all the presents you got? Wow, I missed you opening the presents. The stamp? Okay, just a second, I will. It's hard when I'm filming. Grace, what'd you get for your birthday? Let me see. What's that? A Barbie? A CD player? Oh my gosh. Wow. Is that for the computer? What is that? Wow. Oh my gosh. A princess playhouse and a Barbie kitchen.
Now we can stand.
Wow. Wow, those are a lot of toys to play with.
Hi, Grace.
Okay, Grace. Happy birthday. This is the end of your birthday video.
Right. Hey, did you say goodbye?
Bye, you guys.
Try to stand up real straight though. Don't hang on the bar. Stand up straight. On both feet.
And go front and side. Other leg Madison. Back. First position. And front. Other leg Madison. Side and back. First position. Good. And front and side and back. Good, Alexis. First position. Stand up straight. And front. first position. Grace, first position. Good. Ready? Hang on to this one, Alexis. That's good. Hold on here. Ready? And we're going to jump. You're going to bend your knees and count to 8 and jump 8 times. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now try and put your feet in second position. Second position. Let me see. Second position, Alexis. Ready? And we're going to do 8 to 9 seconds. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Here comes the music. Put your feet in first. First position. Here we go. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put your feet in second. Let's try 8 seconds. Here we go. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First position. Let's try first again. We're going to call first. Here we go. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Second position. Come on, I'm jumping over the moon. Ready? Here we go. 8. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. I'm tired.
Together apart. Jane has it
Jump
great.
together. Grace, jump
I
apart.
just want to call her Jane every time.
I know. Jump
Grace,
apart.
that's excellent.
Jump together. Jump apart. Good. Okay, that's
Very good.
good, Nicole. That's Danny. Good, Danny. Can you jump together? Can you put your feet in first? Can you jump apart? And then bring your heels together. See there. Try to come together. Try to get your heels together, toes apart. Yeah, heels together. Okay, heels together, toes apart. We come back together. See, try it again. Go out and together, heels. Good. Good. Okay, everybody on the necks. Okay, right here. Alexis, can you come over here? Alexis and Grace, come over here to the center. Good. Then we can all see each other. Madison, you want to sit here? There, Alexis right there. Good. Now we have our beach balls down like this. Okay, Lord.
No
we should not
talking.
talk,
No
okay?
talking in
Let me
class.
see your beach balls down here. Let me see, Madison. Good. Up in front of you. And open. Alexis, down. And up in front of you. And open. And down. Then you're going to go over your head. And lean. And open. Bring it down. Side. Side. Did you turn the arrow? Open. Down. Okay, here comes the music. So let me see your beach balls in first position, everybody. Let me see good first positions. Can you open your toes more? A little more? Can you open them up wider? Good. Good, Grace. Good, Lauren. Straighten your legs. Now straighten your knees. Straighten your legs. Here comes the music. Ready? Here we go.
Look in the mirror.
And we go front and open and bring your arms down. Ready? And front, open, bring your Tick. Good. Now let's walk in and bring our arms up. Arms up. And scoot out. Arms down. Don't let go. And arms up. And arms out. Don't let go. And arms up. And back. And fall on the ground. Okay. Toes in the center. Let me see toes. Let me see pointed feet. Okay, let me see pointed toes. Point. Let me see. Point those toes. Good. Now point out to the sky. Let me see your toes up to the sky. Arms up high. Sit up real tall. And bend over. Touch your toes. Wow. Touch your toes. Try to get your legs straight. Oh my goodness, it looks on my toes. You ready? Okay, let's up high. Up high. And open your arms to the side. And bend over. Good. You got room. And up to the sky. Shh. Put your arms up. Bend over one more time and stretch. And scoot out this way. Go back that way. Make a big circle on the floor. And let me see the splits. Who's been practicing? Anybody? Okay, let's start with Lauren. Let me see. Can you point your toes? Good. Now, good. Sure, you can go like this, can't you? See? Now go like this. Put them down. Try to point your toes. Good. So you just practice when you watch cartoons. You just try and get a little farther down, right? Let me see you like this. Very good. Can you point that toe? Let me see, Grace. Good. Can you point your toes? Try and point those toes. Good. That's better. Very good. Let me see. Madison, let's see. Can you go like this? Can you sit on your bottom? Sit on your bottom. Now bring your legs down a little closer. Now go like this. Like you're watching TV, like you're watching Scooby-Doo. That's better. That's better. Let me see.
Watch me.
Good. How about your chin now, Lauren? You did your chin before. Good. Don't forget to point your toes. Try it again. Madison, and then we have 10 more leaders coming up. Everybody will be a leader before we're done. Yep, everybody's a leader. Everyone's a leader before we're done. Okay. Yes, right here. Let's make a straight line.
The dining room proudly presents
Face me.
your dinner.
Ready? Madison, walk with me.
Be our
Come here, walk this way.
guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin around your neck, Sherry, and we provide the rest. Soup to hot, why we only live to serve. Try the grace of it's delicious. Don't believe me, ask the dishes. They can sing, they can dance. After all this is France. And the dinner here is never second best. Come on and fold your menu, take a glance and then you'll be our guest, we our guest, be our
Keep your
guest.
chin up.
Be my food, choose to pay. I am putting on flambe. We prepare and serve flavor, culinary cafe. You're alone and you're scared, but the banquet's all prepared. No one's gloomy or complaining while the flatware's entertaining. We tell jokes, I do tricks with my gold candlestick. If it's all in perfect taste that you can make, come on and lift your glass to put your own free pass to be my guest. If you're
Hey, who remembers the flamingo step? Good. All the way across. Good. Arms up high. Arms up.
She glanced this way, I thought I saw. And when we touched into the shutter at my car, no, it can't be. I'll just ignore. But then she's never looked.
There's something in him that I simply didn't see.
Well, who'd have thought? Well, and who'd have guessed they'd come together on their own? Well, we can see. A few days more. There may be something there that wasn't there before.
There may be something there that wasn't there before. Freeze. Let me see your foot out. Alexis, let me see your foot out. And we go 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try to get slow. Ready? Not going to end. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try your other one. Let me see your other foot. 1,
you to go like this and bend back. I want you to look in the mirror and see yourself in the mirror. Let's all try it. See who can do that. Go ahead, stretch back. Good. Stand up straight though. Put your feet together. Okay, come back up. Try to put your feet together when you do it. Don't let your feet go apart. Try it again. Ready? Let's come up. Come up. Girls, come up. Stand up straight. When I say 1, 2, 3, then I want you to do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, when I say count to 3, then I want you to come up. All right, ready? We're going to go down. Not until I tell you. 1, 2, 3, go. Look in the mirror. Ready? 1, 2, 3, come up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Look in the mirror. All right. 1, 2, 3. Come up. Last time. Ready? Stand up straight. Not yet. Till I count to 3. Stand up straight. Ready? Go. And 1, 2, 3. Go. Look in the mirror. And 1, 2, 3. Come up. That feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We'll try that every week.
Look at the sky and turn around.
The dance routine are the only ones who know a dance number yet. The other ones can't do it all together, so that's very good. Okay? Okay, so I need a caboose and an engine for our train. Okay, you're the caboose, you're back here. Now come to the middle. Yes, and come grab on your pole. Come here, Alexis. You want to be the caboose? Grace. Come back here, Alexis. We're on your race. We're going to try our train. Let's see how good we are. Hold on. Ready? Go down. Don't fall. Hold real tight. Good. Very good. Good. Okay, turn around.
There's James. Hey, James. What are you doing in there? James. James loves this tent. Hi, James. Say hi. Hi. Yeah. Go into the tent, boy. Go into the tent. This is Will on the bike, on the scooter there. And they like to push each other. Yay! Hey boys, you like that? Huh? They go pretty fast. Say hi, mommy. Hey boy. Now Grace gets on too. Okay, Grace, turn them around. Oh, but Grace gonna turn them around. There they come. They're so happy when they do that. You guys gonna hit the tent? Ah, boom! Get out of the way, Grace. They can go pretty fast too. Oh, hit the tent. Oh, he's going for the tent. Grace, he likes the tent. Let him go in there, Grace. And Will's trying to scoot himself.
Get in there. Get in there.
James loves to be in that tent. And Grace gonna lock him up. And Will can get off the bike now. That's pretty good. How are you doing getting off that bike, Will? You gonna fall? Oh, that's pretty good. Yay, Will, you did it. You did it. You get off the bike all by yourself. Now he's gonna go sit on the chair here.
I